Right, we should be recording, so... Oh god, I'm just trying to sort my cam out to get it nicely ready for when you can basically see me, but it just seems to be... Oh, this is just crazy. Anyway, I'll leave it there like that, and then you can all have a good look at me. I know, scary thought there, but basically, what am I really going to be talking about on this blog? Well, I've actually been sitting here because I have basically got Charli's TV on. They're showing A League of Their Own. I'm not a massive fan of that programme, but I've seen it once, a little bit of it, and it don't look too bad, but I will never sit and watch the whole episode. And it's the best of A League of Their Own. But basically, I thought that I'd mention two things on this blog, two things that are important to me, or at least try to be a major input to me, and one of them just gone out of my head, so I might have to change this whole blog and what I talk about. But first of all, friends, I say that a lot on here, and I sometimes do. Oh, I know what it is now, the thing. But friends and things and bits and pieces, and I would like to give a big shout out to Charli. Yes, she's actually from the United Kingdom, so I'm actually quite surprised that finally speaking to somebody, and she's from this country, because a lot of times when I'm on YouTube and I generally watch videos and things like that, they don't always come from the UK. I mean, I'm not saying that there's nobody on the UK on YouTube, but I generally tend to find a lot of people that come from countries like America and things like that, and it's great because you know, I get to find out a little bit more about other countries, you know, whether from Canada or America or wherever around the world. But sometimes I'm thinking to myself, it would be nice sometimes to get like the UK people. I mean, I'm not quite sure whether people from the UK always want to speak to other people, because they probably think, you know, when I go on certain sites and they'll say, things like, I want to be able to speak to somebody who comes from another country, partly because of the culture thing, and they want to get used to that, and they probably know people already in their country. But I don't mind where they come from in the world, and it's obviously like nice to be able to speak to somebody from the UK, because again, we can live in different places in the UK, and there's so much to explore in this country as well. So there's so much we can do, you know, to go to other places, and our own museums and things like that. That would be nice to go to, in other cities and towns that I've never been to, and go to for the very first time. So I'm hoping that you enjoy the blog, and the mention that I've given you, Charli, because basically I was watching one of your videos and it was very nice, you know, and I'm quite pleased with that. And I know you said something about don't care what other people think about, obviously, on the video, and yeah, I suppose I don't feel like that at times with my videos. I don't really care, but I guess in a way it's about knowing people and friends and people like that. So really, if you've got people who like your videos and they watch your videos and they like them and they want to see them, then yes, that's the best way of keeping it up and pleasing the people like that, because there's no point thinking about negative things and too much, and always thinking about what people hate about the videos and things like that. You know, it's always good to be positive about it, and I like your videos, and I certainly think you seem great person. So I've always said that when I meet new people, it's nice for me to try and, I say a bond, because I always think of good friends. I always think that when I meet somebody that I'm going to make a good friend, and I always think that it's not just having that like 6 months, you know, friendship, and then it all goes out the window where you think, oh, you've only spoken a few times, and then it all goes. But I always think that when I make friends, I like to make them to as long as I can, really, you know. And sometimes, you know, we all do go off on different directions, and we're never always there to be friends all the time. But I do feel that, you know, when I make a good friend, I like to be able to be there for them as much as I can, and so on. So yeah, so I'm quite happy to be speaking to you, Charli, and well, yeah, so hopefully, who knows, hopefully, you know, good friends is what we expect. And the other thing that I was going to mention is about I sometimes shoot myself in the foot. I do things that maybe are a little bit silly at times, with things that I say, and they normally do go on Facebook, but it frustrates me because basically people might not always comment on things. Like I will say a lot of things on Facebook, and the sooner I say something like a word or something, they're on to me, and they always have to message me. They always have to say you said a word or something, and they don't always like it. And there are many things like that, but the reason why I do it, and it's all to do with frustration, because it's like yesterday basically, I wanted to go to see a gig. A band was coming to Peterborough to play at Peterborough Festival called Hardfire. They're a great band, and I'd been listening to them on my iPod. You know, I was getting myself all ready. You know, I was on the bus journey, I'm listening to them, and my dad, my mum had to text me to say that she got a call from my dad, because my dad went up to Central Park before me to say, you know, to see what was happening around there. He wasn't going to see the band, he wasn't interested. I was all ready, because I had my camera, and I had my CDs and records of the band, and I obviously had a recorder that was going to get recording of basically this band, you know, hopefully try and get an interview for the radio station that I work for. And I got a text from my mum to say that it's not on, it's been cancelled. So I obviously go down there, and the steward said basically health and safety due to the weather. It hadn't been raining that well, but they did say that the grass and parts of the bit were not really as let's just say not safety enough for the event to carry on, so they had to cancel it sadly. And I wasn't too happy, you know, things do happen though, and I wasn't too happy, and I had to let my frustration get out when I got home. I told mum and dad, I said I wasn't very happy, you know, stupid weather and that, and you know, it rained last year at the Peterborough Festival and it never got cancelled, but I guess they wanted to be in the health and safety mode. And I know the band couldn't control what was happening. They tried to find another venue and they couldn't anyway, but you know, I just wanted to get my frustration out, and I posted on Facebook, you know, basically about my frustration of this thing, you know. And I do this sometimes. I do get a bit angry at various things, and I want to frustrate myself out of it, and I want to get it on Facebook. But it's so easy for people to look at that and say you said like the word like cunt. Yeah, not very good word in America, I've been told. So, and they sort of look at that and they say, oh, why he said that word, and he really, you know, and I'm supposed to be basically a good figurehead when it comes to the radio and things like that. You know, somebody commented about, you know, and I really wish that sometimes, you know, people wouldn't do that. I mean, it's just basically me frustrated. I'm just angry a bit. I just want to let it all out, you know, and as long as I let it out, it helps me. If I don't let it out, it's going to be stuck in there, right? And I like to let it out. I know I shouldn't, because things like this shouldn't always be in that mind of it. But it's me. As long as I let it out, then it makes me feel better. It really does. But what I do is, when I let it out, it all blows over after one night. So I never think about it. I never always go back to it. So I always know that I'm angry about something, and then by the end of the night, you know, because my next whether it's a tweet or whether it's basically going on Facebook and updating my status, it changes, and that's what happens. So to me, it's just one of them spur of the moment things. I've had my rant, I've let it out, and by the end of the night it's all going to be blown over. And I did get told by my friend that anybody could see basically my statuses that I write on Facebook, so I shouldn't be using that language, you know, the language of that kids could see it. But I personally hope to God that no kids see it, because I always put my privacy settings to private on Facebook, so only friends that I know can see that. So I don't think directly about other people seeing it, because it's only my friends, you know, the people that are on my Facebook, which is, I've got about 400 or something on my Facebook, and basically that's for them. if they're going onto Facebook and they're seeing that status, then so be it. That's the only ones who really are able to see it. But yeah, so I do feel sometimes that maybe I shouldn't, but it's my way of getting it out and letting it out. I've never really been that bad. I do try not to be, you know, and it's just my way of getting it out, and I get it out, and then once I've got it out, it helps. It just, as I said, it helps me. So anyway, so I'm going to leave it there now, and I'll think about what else I can talk about, and bits and pieces. And as I said, this vlog really was also to give mention to Charli and really get used to people that I'm getting to speak to, and basically, and I'm quite happy that I could be doing that, and hopefully something good comes out of it, because that's what I feel, and I feel positive about that, positive of friendship. That's exactly how I feel. So hopefully everybody enjoy that, and if people do have ideas, like I said, you know, they can tell me, and I could do vlogs about them. So bye for now.